wacky Wednesday. You're currently streaming live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack It Down Show with myself, Kimera Hiralall, as your host, and by my side I have Clinton Hiralall.
Good morning, viewers.
So it's wacky Wednesday, right? Now, if you weren't here now, what would you be doing? What do you get up to on a Wednesday?
Something wacky, or something crazy, do something crazy. We have to.
Yeah. Okay.
See what it goes.
Last week this time, what were you doing? Don't tell me sleeping.
Probably be sleeping.
Be sleeping.
Sleeping, yeah.
Well, guys, stay tuned for a jam-packed show as you have Clinton and myself throughout the entire hour of a jam-packed show. Just going. No, I'm joking.
We are good stuff here.
So
Keep on set.
if you are into, if you're a little bit nerdy like us. Okay, I got a bit of nerd in me, right? If you're into finding out what things are about in your country or around the world, like forbidden places. And I'm the type of kid that likes to get in trouble. Just not likes to, it just happens.
It happens.
Oh.
You be accident prone, you trouble prone.
I'm always at the wrong place at the wrong time. It happens to me too often. I don't know. I thought by the age of 35 I would have grown out of it, but no.
It happens. Sometimes it's stuck with you.
You think it's the universe just like maybe they say you have past lives and there's karma and stuff like that. So do you believe that maybe we deserve what we get sometimes, or do you think it's just in my nature?
It's by chance, or maybe it's predestined for you for things to happen the way it happens.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think God has a script from beginning to end already? You can't change it.
You can't. It's preordained.
I get that. Okay, I must have been very naughty kid.
must have been. You were.
Still am. Alright guys, stay tuned for the Jam-Packed Show. Don't go anywhere. It's a full hour of fun. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
Look at slide 4.
Becky, don't lose your cool. Think of the quarter pounder. It will taste like sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, so make it a day, the quarter pound away. Da 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 da.
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you're a little late, but hey, you're still streaming live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack It Down Show with myself, Kimera Hiralall, by my side, Clinton Hiralall.
Good morning.
All right, so before we cut to commercial, but before I get to that, did you see the McDonald's burger?
Delicious. Hungry early in the morning.
You didn't eat this morning?
Seeing that, how can I still be hungry? Even if I'm full, that thing will make me hungry.
The smell, I don't know about you, but the smell of McDonald's or the smell of chicken dinner, the hot wings.
Oh man.
When you're driving past, even if you just ate, somehow it makes you want it.
It's part something that makes it ends up in the stomach jump up.
What's your favorite food? Like favorite fast food?
It's too many.
Okay, give me in categories like
Burgers,
Italian.
Burger King I think is.
Why? Because of the bottomless cold drink?
No. Burger King is a step up on a lot of burgers.
Yeah.
It used to be Rockamama's, but then Burger King is just as good and not as pricey.
Do you like steers?
At times.
You know I'm asking. Isn't Wacky Wednesday has like a special 2-for-1?
Buy one get one free. Yeah. I don't know if that's how the kids back in the day.
It's still there. Okay, I'll ask Murphy.
I'm not sure.
Because not too long ago we did order. We did go there and we ordered that and like some chips, just so it was like 2-for-1 special and it comes with chips, so it was like
okay, no, that's
that's cool. Guys, if you want to interact with us today, please do so with the contact details which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen right there. Interact with us. But since you're streaming live, you can look at the bottom of your screen where it says live chat and comment and join the show. Hopefully by next week, if you guys want to join in live with videography, with your own face, we'll put you on the screen and you can join us as if you were in the studio yourself. Alright, so talking about forbidden places. Now, growing up, were you that type of kid that was naughty? You wanted to go places where you weren't allowed to go. Your mother or father like, don't go there, don't do that. And you with your cousins or your friends.
I want to go see why can't I go there? What's it I can't go to?
Parents, with all due respect, for those of you who are new to this also, me not being a mother but being a godmother raising other people's kids, and I did very well, I think. Okay? Sorry, I had to do that.
I think
I did very well, okay? Because they didn't turn out all that bad.
Pranushka's kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
So they didn't turn out bad at all. They're beautiful. They intelligent. They well mannered, morals, all of that.
Respectful.
Right?
Respectful, the main.
Every kid's naughty now.
Yeah.
Now, if you think about it, parents, please learn this. Do not tell your child, don't go there. Because the more you tell a child that, the more they're
They're gonna rebel and tell them, don't go there because this is gonna happen to you.
Yeah. So, okay, did you ever listen? Be honest.
I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. I've always been a rebel. So if you tell me not to do something,
Yeah.
I'll listen maybe once, but tell me again, and I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
let me go see why.
Yes.
Let me go see why. Or just to spite you, tell me not to, I'll do it.
Okay. So, like, if your mom learns, like, okay, don't put your finger in the socket. You want to find out why. Right?
No, mom is a different case. That's respect.
Yeah. You scared of your mom?
Finger not up, yeah. But I grew up, but I was a good child growing up.
Are you more afraid of mom or dad?
No, I'm not afraid of parents.
You're not afraid?
I respect
You
them. I'm not
respect
afraid.
them.
Yeah.
So I have this thing where I respect my folks. Strange enough, they managed to maintain the fact that I don't have any brothers or sisters, so I don't know what it's like to have siblings around. Yeah, I had cousins in and out of the house, but they managed to maintain a good relationship with me where I still have that. Oh, my dad's coming. Oh, mom's coming. But I can still. How do I put it to you? Like I still have that fear at this age, right? When I see them, they can still be my best friend, my brother, my sister, kind of thing. They can behave like that. But I think being a parent is a skill. It's something that's not easy, like, you know. Yeah.
It is because you
Yeah,
have to-
Dad.
yeah. I'm a new parent, so
Congratulations again.
thank you. But you have to lead the way for them to follow.
Yeah.
Because if you let them find their own way, if they find the wrong way, it's on you.
Yeah,
And
that's
you got no one else to blame but yourself because you didn't tell your kid right from wrong.
True.
Don't do this, don't do that, or don't do this here because 1, 2, 3 will happen.
Yeah.
So you have to lay down the track, open the way for them, and trust in them that they'll walk the straight path.
All right, before we get a little too serious, let's crack you up this morning on the Crack It On. Coming up next is a Whack It Simpsons Random Call.
This is where I phone up a random person and dupe them into believing this is something really serious for the country, and they forgot to fill in their census. Senseless survey.
Can I help you?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Agent 31962. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau. I just need to ask you a couple of questions for your country. It won't take very long.
Far away.
Is it illegal to spray tan a baby?
I don't think it's illegal, but I wouldn't do it. Why would you spray tan a baby? It doesn't make sense. Why would I want to do it?
Why does nobody use the hospital as their emergency contact?
They use ER24, I would say, but some people do use hospital.
Is robbing a bottle store on your bucket list?
No, it's not on my bucket list.
Is the main advantage of being a woman is that nobody can surprise you with a kid years later and say, you're the mom?
Correct, yes.
Is your +1 at a wedding your emotional baggage?
No, I wouldn't say it's my emotional baggage.
Ma'am, is your idea of going viral sneezing into somebody's open mouth?
Oh, yes. No. I cover my mouth.
Is all underwear edible depending on how long you want to chew?
Underwear. No. I suppose yes.
Are you aware that the only thing more incriminating than a man's browser history is a man with no browser history?
No, I did not know that.
Ma'am, do you know that South Africa is the only country where when your lights go out, you don't check your DB board, but you rather check to see if your neighbor's lights are out?
Suppose yes.
Would you get your nails done at a salon called Hand Job?
Yes, that's the name of it. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Whack It Simpson, everybody. All right. Don't go anywhere as we're talking about forbidden places this morning. We'll come back straight after this. Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, hey, we're still streaming live on Atonville TV. This is the Crack It On Show with myself, Kimera, Hiralall, and you're still with Clinton Hiralall.
I'm still here. Good
You
morning.
won't go anywhere. Alright, so as we said, we were talking about forbidden places. We were talking about being rebellious kids. And, well, do you want to take a look at what we mean by forbidden? There's a lot of places. Have you noticed something? Everywhere is becoming now overpopulated, right? But there are still places you can't go in the world, if you didn't know. So let's take a look at a lady named Alexa Morgan. She cares to share with us, all the way from the US, by the way. She's sharing with us today forbidden places, and these are the top 5 forbidden places. But before we go there, we've got Vinashan Pillay coming in on YouTube saying, good morning, guys. So stoked to see you guys. All the best. LSH hashtag. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. Welcome to the show. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, so it'll notify you whenever we go live, yeah? All right, so coming up next, Alexa Morgan sharing with us forbidden places. And let's look at number 5, where she explains everything about a place called Papaya School. Check this out.
My name is Alexa. As someone who grew up with her nose in a book and spent so much time at my local library growing up, today was a fun adventure for my mind. Sadly, I don't have as much time anymore to frequent libraries as much as I'd like to, but I'm working to change that. I'd like to note, while these specific libraries may not be officially prohibited, today shall more so be my personal opinion on places that should be sealed up and left alone. In 5th place, we have Pripyat School number 2. For those who might be unaware of the horrors of Chernobyl, allow me to start today off with a mini sad history lesson. The Chernobyl disaster was a nuclear accident that occurred on April 26th of 1986 at the number 4 reactor in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant near the city of Pripyat. It is one of only 2 nuclear energy accidents rated at 7, which is the maximum severity on the International Nuclear Event Scale, the other being the 2011 Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan. The meltdown and explosions ruptured the reactor core and destroyed the reactor building. This was immediately followed by an open-air reactor core fire, which lasted until May 4th of 1986, during which airborne radioactive contaminants were released and deposited onto other parts of the USSR and Europe. Approximately 70% landed in Belarus, 16 kilometers away. The fire released about the same amount of radioactive material as the initial explosion. In response to the initial accident, a 10-kilometer radius exclusion zone was created 36 hours after the accident, from which approximately 49,000 people were evacuated, primarily from Pripyat. The exclusion zone was later increased to a radius of 30 kilometers, from which an additional 68,000 people were evacuated. Following the disaster, Pripyat was abandoned and eventually replaced by the new purpose-built city of Slavutich. Among the buildings that were abandoned were multiple schools, with many of the libraries being still very much intact. The small city of Pripyat had 15 preschools for just under 5,000 attendees. In July of 2019, the Ukrainian president announced that the Chernobyl site would become an official tourist attraction. Immunology experts recommend that tourists wear clothes and shoes they are comfortable with throwing away, avoid plant life, especially the depths of the forest, due to the high levels of radiation. Oh, why? Just because the areas were not cleaned in the aftermath of the disaster and remain highly contaminated. Research showed that fungus, moss, and mushrooms are radioactive. Most of the buildings in the city are practically empty, but not the schools. School books and class magazines were clearly of no value to looters, and city residents were more worried about saving, something from their personal property, leaving the buildings almost intact, minus the effects of being left empty over time. As much as it would be fascinating to explore history, I'll wait until it's a little less detrimental to my health.
Welcome back.
Okay, that was Alex Morgan, guys. Now she was helping us do this research on forbidden places and looking at Papaya School. I'm looking at it's such a big piece of land.
Yeah.
Why can't they break it down? Put some holy water. You cleanse it out. You think why don't we just do that?
Some people's mind.
Why can't they just break
Develop
it down?
something.
Yeah,
Develop something.
Break it down. If it's just left like that, break it down, clean it up. If there's spirits and stuff.
Make
if you
something.
believe in that, right? Yeah, I'll do a little prayer there.
We go to a prayer class and all those things.
Yeah.
Develop.
Because this world is not getting bigger, guys. We just overpopulating it, and instead of bringing COVID into the world, I personally believe that was brought here by man. No one wants to tell me.
Yes.
Admit to the
Yes,
fact
yes,
that people
yes,
are experimenting and it leaked out. There's a lot of stories, and well, I personally feel people were making too much nonsense in the lab, and it got out and it leaked, and look what they did to the world. But yeah, talking about forbidden places. we still got Alex waiting on the line. She's got a couple places left. That was number 5 on like the whole chart. So Clinton was talking about a place called Snake Island this is in Brazil, right?
Brazil, yes.
Okay, so tell us a bit about that. What do you know about it?
It's home of a species of snakes called lancehead vipers. So they have a whole population of snakes that makes that place one of the most dangerous in the world.
Poisonous, right?
Poisonous.
So
Yes.
when I was working at Carte Blanche, guys, I wanted to do a whole. I'm saying Carte Blanche, National Geographics, guys. Everything was about obviously nature. So because I'm so into reptiles and I like learning about nature, I wanted to actually travel there and do like shoot. And we weren't allowed to go there. Even if you had permits and licenses, we still couldn't go there. It's forbidden and by law. So if you choose to go there, but I was told I won't come back.
Yeah.
But I feel like, maybe if you get those astronaut suits, would we still get hurt? No.
Yeah.
Think about it. They can still go.
Astronauts who can't prevent you from being bitten from a dog. So, what is a snake? A snake can coil around you as well.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's leave
Excluding the venom.
Let's forget about that.
Yeah.
Coming up next, number 4, presented by Alexa Morgan. It's called Cave Library in China.
In 4th place, we have a cave library in China. Over 8,000 years ago, an unknown person sealed up a chamber to a cave in the Gobi Desert that was lined with manuscripts reaching heights of 10 feet and stretching over 500 feet in length. These hidden words rested undisturbed in total darkness until they were discovered by accident in the early 1900s when a monk named Wang Yanlu appointed himself as the caretaker of the cave shrines in that region. He happened to be smoking a cigarette in this particular cave when he noticed how the smoke wafted up in the direction of the back wall. He knocked down the barrier and found the hidden treasure, although he couldn't read the documents. This is the only time you'll ever catch me saying a smoke break was useful. Not to sound like a DARE program, but like, don't smoke! The collection is now called the Dunhuang Library, or the Caves of the Thousand Buddhas. Since it was discovered, an entire academic discipline has arisen solely around its materials. The library contains 50,000 documents in at least 17 languages. One of the most precious artifacts is the Diamond Sutra, a copy of one of Buddha's sermons that is the oldest ever discovered, as it was written in AD 868. It was named the Diamond Sutra by the Buddha himself, as it explains that his message will cut like a diamond blade through worldly illusion to illuminate what is real and everlasting. The Diamond Sutra, once again, is the world's earliest complete and dated print book. Even the hundreds of caves, which were carved by hand 1700 years ago, are decorated with paintings all over the walls. They also contain the world's largest collection of Buddhist art, housing artifacts that range from 2,000 brightly printed clay Buddhas to the earliest complete star chart in the world. Before anyone out there jumps into the comments asking, "But how is this scary? Why would I deem it forbidden?" The library contains some unsettling documents, like a manual that explains how to perform human sacrifice in detail, and a contract drawn up for the exchange of a girl for a silk trader's heavy debt. There's also plenty of dark magic, including a book of divination written in Turkic runes. It explains that a boy who finds eagle droppings is a good omen, but if he finds an old ox devoured by ants, the omen is very bad indeed. I'm not quite sure what it completely means, but I'm sure it has some greater meaning. No one knows what the library was for or why it was sealed and forgotten for so long. Someone purposely forbade access to outsiders when they sealed the entrance shut, but the reason why remains a total mystery. My motto around things that were sealed in history is that they were probably sealed for a darn good reason and should be left well alone.
Alright. So this was a cave library in China. There's a lot of weird things in China. Okay,
Over and above the eatings ways. Everything seems to be weird, but they are the powers in the world right now because of their replication of anything.
Yes.
Anything
true.
and everything they can make. They can duplicate
was it China or was it Japan that built an engine in the size of rice, a grain of rice, and a car engine? They put it into that size. I was so amazed, but they're amazing. They are amazing.
They're super intelligent and they got the manpower and the brain to follow through with whatever.
Can you believe that, guys? They put a car engine in the size of a grain of rice. I was like, huh? How do they do that? I mean, look at your can belt. Look at your... Firstly, just your battery alone. How do they do that?
It's 100 times bigger than
Look at that. I mean,
That's
I was amazed. Yeah, but as we're talking about China and we're talking about, serious things and forbidden places in the country. Do interact with us in studio today if you'd like to join the conversation, and if there are things you'd like to share live on air and actually help the public, interact with us in studio today, as the contact details can be found at the bottom right of your screen, or because you are streaming live with us, excuse me, you can write at the bottom of the at the column where it says live chat. Sorry about that. All right, so talking about forbidden places, take us through yours.
Okay, so I got something about the Bohemian Grove. That's a place where a private club where the influential people and the wealthy people of the world, they gather for a retreat, an annual retreat, and that, I think, is the people that make the world go around.
Yeah.
So this COVID thing, my conspiracy, my thing is that it was all orchestrated and they blamed it on China. It went to Wuhan, but it's all the influential people, the wealthy people of the world that have shares in pharmaceutical companies where they made money off it.
Yes.
They made money off it because
They did.
every 100 years this happens. We had a pandemic.
So it's like a cleanup. You want to clean up the
Clean up, or it's a remake on history.
Yeah.
So every few years, certain things happen and different things happen, and we're living through something. When our kids go back and search Google basically and say what happened, your life through COVID, how things were, and it wasn't as intense as the internet is going to make it out to be now.
Yeah.
So they are the influential people.
Yeah.
They're the wealthy people. They're making the world go around and everything that we see on media.
So where do you, let's get Clinton's personal opinion. Where do you think the COVID-19 virus came from? Do you really think a man ate a bat, or?
I won't put it past, man. But I don't think such a deadly thing can come out of eating something.
Yeah.
Eating, I suppose, people eating snakes. Well, what's a bat?
Yeah.
What's a bat? It was made by like every other animal. What's so wrong with a bat?
Yeah. Oh, sharing stories. You know, the other day I was sharing with my dad and sharing with my fiance a story that happened with my dad. I tasted the best biltong I've ever tasted, and guess what I was eating? I didn't know I was eating a snake. My dad didn't tell me. He says, just taste this. Yeah. Only after I ate, he told me what it was. Yeah.
Sure. And how was it?
Oh, it's divine. It's I've never tasted such before. The texture and everything was better than what we normally eat.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good. I only know eating cows.
Yeah. Okay, but again, for those of you who don't know, at Halfway House, when you're traveling to Dubs, right?
Yeah.
Bugview?
Yes, Bugview.
The biltong shop there sells it.
Okay.
It's divine. I had a whole pack myself.
Sure.
I never thought I would eat it, but he knew I wouldn't take it if I knew what it was.
Most people of this world will never.
Yeah. All right. So don't go anywhere. We're talking about forbidden places, but join the conversation. And this is your talk show. This is your crack and dad. We'll come back straight after this.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing. Mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money, or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, everybody! All right. You know, if you just joined us, you are streaming live with us on Attenville TV. You're currently watching the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Hiralall, Clifton, Hiralall, by my side.
I'm still here.
You're
Yeah.
like, yeah. You know, I mess up my own surname sometimes.
Sit there.
Yeah, when I'm in a hurry. Especially in the bank.
Yeah, but it's with the rolling of the tongue.
It is.
The rolling of the
It
tongue.
is. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So stay tuned for the jam-packed show. Interact with us, guys. Simone, she actually came in on YouTube saying, looking good, guys.
Looking good, guys.
Interesting stuff.
Thank you. That's forbidden saying that.
Thank you so much, Doll, for joining the show. Thank you for interacting with us. We really appreciate the support, and we appreciate anyone who wants to join in. Just obviously, guys, it is a family show, so no vulgarity allowed.
Yeah.
And
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. You too.
My mouth is clean.
All right, so we're talking about forbidden places today. Let's jump back to Alexa Morgan all the way in USA with, she's discussing La Librairie. Check it out.
In third place, we have the Paris catacombs. Deep underground the city of Paris are hundreds of miles of tunnels in a complex network that is one of the oldest in the world. Not to sound like a broken record or anything. It's a darker city that few tourists experience due to the high risk of danger. People often get lost. The walls can collapse at any moment, so many who venture there wear miners' helmets. There's no electricity among the endless winding canals, corridors, and crypts filled with mounds of unidentified skulls, which are estimated to be about, only 6 million deceased Parisians. Only 6 million. Small number there. There are parts so tight that you have to line your belly and slither forward like an inchworm. Only a small section of the catacombs is accessible to tourists, while the rest has been illegal to enter since 1955. I'm not saying you shouldn't explore the tourist accessible areas. Heck, I want to visit those myself, but stay out of the illegal areas. Urban explorers who frequent the catacombs call themselves cataphiles, which I must admit is a very smart moniker. They paint, sculpt, and create other art, while also building false walls, trapdoors, and secret chutes to keep away the cataflics or catacops who try to catch them trespassing. One of these secret chambers is called La Librairie. It has hand-carved shelves filled with books for the taking. You must know a cataphile who can be your guide to even try and reach it, or else risk getting stuck or, lost for who knows how long. As much as I love exploring creepy history, the thought of getting lost in such a cursed place is a type of scared I'm not fond of and don't particularly ever want to experience.
Thanks, Alexa. Okay. So, what's your take on that? They're not really telling us why it's forbidden. They're just telling us how crappy the place is.
Yeah.
You know what? Kids like us, rebels, we're still gonna go. You need to scare us and tell us why. Why can't we go to these premises? Alright, so there are a couple places in South Africa, right? So don't mind me looking down. I'm looking at my homework, right, guys? Now, there's a place called Lady Grey in the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
Right? Now, it's basically in the heart of Witberg Mountains. Now, for those of you who are into camping and basically the wild, you are not even allowed to go there. But I don't even know where this is, Witberg Mountains. For those of you who are from Cape Town and watching the show this morning, share with me where it is. I've been to Cape Town so many times, I've never heard of this place. But anyway, it's off the border of the Free State. So it's like some people like do these getaway things where they go camping in mountainous places, but there's a specific place called Witberg Mountains. You're not allowed to go there. They've got
barricades.
Not even barricades, different types. I think there's 3 layers of barricades, and people were sharing with me when I was researching that it's got warning signs, no entry, but no reason, I can't even find press work on it, nothing. It's just a beautiful mountainous place that you can just stand and see beautiful scenery, but you don't know why you can't go there. So yeah, I find that strange.
Maybe there's animals or something gonna come up from the ground
They
and
should
bite
tell
you
us.
or something.
Don't you want to know? Like, it's like news, current affairs. You want to know what's happening around you.
They want to instill fear in people and sometimes just keep it hush hush.
Did they care when COVID-19 broke out? They just told the whole world you're gonna die.
They tell us what we want to hear, and they want
Yes.
to spark up.
That's not fair. All right, talking about forbidden places, coming up next, there's a Library of India. Check it out.
In second place, we have the National Library of India. India's largest library is located in Belvedere House, located in Alipur, Kolkata. Belvedere House being the former palace of the Viceroy of India and later the Governor of Bengal. The National Library of India, also known as the Calcutta Public Library, was built in 1883 with over 2,270,000 books, 86,000 maps, and 3,200 manuscripts. It contains 45 kilometers of shelf space and is large enough to hold up to 550 people at once, making it easily one of the largest libraries in the world. But I'm getting a little too ahead of myself here. Let's backtrack to the beginnings of the original Belvedere House. Located on Belvedere Road, I know. So original, the majestic house was built across 30 acres by Mir Jafar, the Nawab of Bengal, in the 1760s, and he later presented the house to Warren Hastings, the first Governor General of India. Now, Hastings stayed there until the 1780s, after which he finally sold Belvedere House to a Major Tolley, until the Major died in 1784, and his family sold the property in 1802. Years later, Lord Curzon merged it with the Calcutta Public Library, founded in 1836. After India's independence, it was named the National Library and placed under the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. tourism. Yes, I promise I'm getting to the scary part. Like most ancient buildings, the Belvedere House has a haunted history associated with it. Remember a moment ago when I mentioned Warren Hastings, the first Governor General of the East India Company? Yeah, his apparition still roams about the corridors of the library to find a black bureau, rumored to be located within the structure. The bureau supposedly contained papers proving his innocence during his impeachment trial between 1788 and 1795 in the Parliament of Great Britain. Even though all the charges against him were dropped later, his apparition still comes back in the hope of locating those papers. The presence of his ghost has not only been experienced by the library's visitors, but also by the librarians. They've reported bizarre happenings such as chairs being drawn away, books falling off shelves, someone breathing down their neck while reading, sounds of book pages ruffling, and so forth and so on. That's not the end of the spooky stuff, because the library got a fresh dose of mystery when a secret room was discovered in 2010. The room was, 1,000 square feet with no door or trapdoor and was discovered by the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI for short, during the restoration process of the building. As an ASI engineer involved in the restoration work mentioned that they searched every inch of the walls in the first floor area directly above this chamber, but didn't find any entrance. There is, however, an arch on one side of the enclosure that appears to have been walled up. They had questioned the retired employees about it, but none of them had any idea about the unknown room. And he commented further about how strange it is that such a big chamber could have gone unnoticed all these years. With the secret room adding to the haunted aura surrounding the building, speculation started flying thick and fast. What was the purpose of a large but completely closed off room located in the middle of a former governor's residence? Could it be a punishment room, replete with, heinous devices and skeletons? Or could it be the room where the Hastings Black Bureau was kept? Maybe it was filled with his rumored, ill-gotten treasure? The ASI posted guards around the buildings to prevent break-ins from zealous treasure hunters and sought approval to explore the chamber. But since it was a heritage structure, permission was only given to drill holes in the wall, greatly limiting the exploration and discovery possibilities. With the limitations in place, all the ASI could officially reach was just a mountain of mud, and they officially claimed the structure must only be an architectural feature to help strengthen the building's foundations. Many still ask why there was a bricked arch if it was never meant to be entered, and also, what's underneath the mud? Interestingly, the ASI stopped publishing all information about the chamber from 2012 onwards. I'm torn. As fascinating as I'm sure whatever under the mud is, I feel like it was boarded up for a reason, and I don't want to risk unleashing another ancient curse in this world. Seriously, aren't we cursed enough?
Thanks, Alexa. Okay. So that was the Library of India. Now, obviously, I won't want to go there. I'm not afraid of ghosts. Sorry, let me just share with you that I do believe in the other realms and supernatural and stuff like that. I've seen and heard with my own eyes and ears that these things are real. No, I'm not cuckoo. Anyway, now, getting back to it. Now, in this Library of India, I would not go there because there's a reason why the spirits are knocking books off the shelf. Or the fact that plants can't grow around a certain place because there's things under the mat. Now, if they wanted you there, they wouldn't interfere with you. If you don't interfere with them, I personally feel, if you don't interfere with a spirit, it won't interfere with you. Leave it alone. Right? Not everything is evil. Let's put it that way. So, in a place like this, if you're just standing there and it's knocking off books off the shelf and doing things to scare you, it doesn't want you there.
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
Why you want to go there? Why you want to poke your nose there? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So places like this, I obviously won't go and interfere because they never came and did anything to me. So why do I want to interfere with them?
That's it.
And that's their space, so leave them alone, But if there's a way to clean it up, then we can. But I notice nobody wants to clean up any of these forbidden places.
There are many people that are scared of spirits.
Yeah.
They're scared of the unseen.
Yeah.
So they just need a powerful preacher, powerful speaker, go pray for the place, and the spirits are gone.
I think so too. No matter what religion or culture you follow, guys, a place can be cleansed. Yeah? I mean, no.
I believe that.
I believe so.
I believe it. If you really want to cleanse, you're going there with a pure heart, you're going to go there for that intent.
I believe that, that's true, because it's what gives something life is your belief and your faith, so why not? Be fun, bro. Let's go try. I'll take you to India.
I'm willing to.
Simone, can I take your hubby to India? We're gonna go try and visit the Library of India. It's gonna be creepy though.
I'll do an exorcism with you. You take me for an exorcism, I'll be there and I'll pray.
Can you perform the whole thing?
I can't perform it, but I'm there. I can send in faith and do it.
Yeah. Question: are you an ordained like pastor, or are you just like a really true passionate Christian?
Believer. I'm a believer because experiences of which we'll share on another day.
Okay,
On
no
another
problem.
day,
No
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
No, that'll be fun though.
I'm ordained by Almighty God.
Amen.
Nobody else, nothing to show on paper, and
Yeah.
but he qualified me.
I got you.
He promoted, qualified me.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. Stay where you are. We're talking about forbidden places. If you want to share any secrets that you know we have no idea of, share with us live on Atomville TV. We'll come back straight after this.
Systems accessed.
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you're currently streaming live with us on Atomville TV. This is the Crocodile Show with myself, Kimera Hiralall, and by my side, Clinton Hiralall.
I'm here. You can see
Look
the
at that
craziness.
smile.
I'm here with craziness.
No, you see.
It's hard to be this way
No,
this early in the morning.
no, he's a pothead. I'm not. I'm joking. There came a time where people ask me, when I walk in the streets or I go anywhere, public, and people that recognize me or they want to talk to me, and they'll be like, listen, how are you like this every single day? You're human. You must be sad one day, or even when you're tired, you pull your face funny. They say when they see me, especially when I go to temples or churches, like when I visit people, or when I visit my family, they ask me, how the hell do you keep that up?
Do things that get you down or knock
They
you down?
do.
You choose to rise up above.
I choose to say it's okay. Nothing's permanent in this world. It's temporary. It's a
Temporary.
temporary situation. I'll get through it.
Get through it, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm very spiritual, guys. I'm not holier than thou. Please don't take it the wrong way. I always say, I know you. You get me through this. It's temporary. I mean, and I always tell myself, don't be upset that this didn't go right or that didn't go right. The only guarantee in life is death. Sorry, I didn't mean to bust your bubble. That was so wrong, right? Now I'm just a happy. That's my personality. So even if I'm depressed, if you didn't know me well enough, you wouldn't know I'm depressed.
That's a good trait. It's a good
I
trait
hope
to have.
so.
It's a great trait to have.
A lot of the elderly, like when we used to go to the old age homes and stuff, and we used to take our bands, and we used to take Atomville TV, and we used to go do our giving back. I used to walk in there, and this one old granny's like, my darling, what are you taking? I was like, what do you mean, like drugs, ma? She's like, yes, you're taking something. I'm like, no. She's like, you can't be like this every day, child, every day. It's not possible. I said, it's possible.
I'm bubbly.
Yeah.
I don't drink the
Yeah.
bubbly, but I am that bubbly.
Yeah. You see, now, guys, okay, can I be honest with you? For those of you who did remember this, I'm not on drugs. No, I'm not hyped up on coffee. It's just, it's my personality. I won't lie.
It's who you are.
It's who I am. So, adapt to it. Yeah? You can also take some of that energy to work if you're watching the show or if you go to college later. Yeah, grab some of that energy, and I won't lie, meditation plays a big role in that one. I'm not gonna lie. In my hee-hee-hees every day.
In your meditation,
I swear to
that's
God, it gives me positive energy, so I'm permanently positive no matter how bad things get.
how negative, whatever negative
Bad or
comes away,
negative, yeah. That's it.
your positivity rises up.
That's it.
Awesome.
And guys, the
Awesome.
best time to if you're not holier than thou or spiritual, the best time to exercise is 4 a.m. in the morning. The energies from the universe is so beautiful. Now, I'm not talking about religion right now. I'm talking about energies and how you can better your physique, mentally and physically. Now, if you're not into praying and meditation, exercise 4 o'clock in the morning. The energies from the universe it works that way. Google it if you think I'm talking, So yeah. Now, if you're into spirituality, praying at 4 a.m. also works. Yeah, try it. You try it.
I do midnight prayer
Midnight.
midnight.
And you feel that energy works for you, because I know a lot of people who do like a midnight thing. Yeah.
It works for me.
Yeah, so it works for you, but according to every culture, how I've looked at it since I was like analyzing and should I say studying it, it works out with the energies between midnight and 4 a.m. Check out.
Yes.
All right, getting back to our forbidden places this morning, let's jump back to Alexa Morgan. She's standing by with the Vatican. Check out.
In first place, we have the Vatican. I'll start this off by saying it's no secret I'm highly critical of the Vatican, and I believe they should be challenged so much more than they already are. They have way too much control, and they know it. Their archives have inspired much suspicion and speculation over the years, believed to contain proof of aliens, predictions of the apocalypse, and the Pope's secret stash of adult video. Popes weren't always celibate, just saying. Orgies have been held in the Vatican. The structure contains 85 kilometers of bookshelves, and it wasn't until very recently that the Pope opened up the secret archives to select members of the public. And even that is still restricted to such an extreme that I wouldn't really call it open. You have to apply for access and reapply every 6 months if you get lucky enough to get granted access in the first place. No one is allowed to request anything specific, but they'll be given assorted dossiers of the most random and heavily redacted information, and essentially it's a take it or leave it kind of situation. There's seemingly endless correspondence between the Pope and famous historical figures like Michelangelo, Mozart, Queen Elizabeth, Abraham Lincoln, and the evil German dictator whose name I can't say, to name a few. There are even documents about the trials of the Knights Templar and Galileo. There are letters from Henry VIII in which he tried to convince the Pope to grant his divorce from Catherine of Aragon so that he can marry his true love, Anne Boleyn. Mary, Queen of Scots, pleaded for the Pope to save her life right before she was executed. You know, it kind of illustrates the power that the Pope has wielded throughout human history, which is too much if you ask me. When pressed, however, the official spokesperson for the archives admits that there remains a section that is really secret. No kidding. Nobody has access to this part. No journalists or even the most prominent scholars. I don't care if I do sound like a broken record. It is way too suspicious. And that brings us to the end of today, and once again, I'm only adding to my do not travel here list.
Thank you so much, Alexa Morgan, all the way in the US of A. That was so cool. Okay, so that was the Vatican. Okay, I don't really know much about that place, but yeah. Anyway,
it's the only place.
Anyway, we got Simone coming in on YouTube. She says, the show is great to start the morning. Kimera's energy is contagious. And Clinton smiled.
I'm getting the contagious energy.
Wait. How long are you guys married? Like how many years?
2 years. Going on 3.
And you still like that smile, though. You know, after a year, right? Those things tend to fade in different relationships. But I'm so proud of you guys, Simone and Clinton. Oh, she still likes your smile. So cute. Okay. Getting back to it. So talking about forbidden places. Simone, do you have a forbidden place that you know about that is like kind of like a secret? It doesn't have to be a big place. It can even be a bedroom or a room in your house that, you know, mom and dad says you're not allowed to go there.
No, the forbidden place is right here.
Where?
No, for her.
Oh.
Her forbidden place is right here. My heart.
You're not allowed. So then how can you say you guys ain't allowed? Then you gave her your heart. Is that forbidden?
No, not love. We're in PR.
Meaning?
Love.
Oh, so sweet. All right. So guys, don't forget, this is a show about entertaining. Well, this is a variety show, and it's about entertaining the public and also generating funds to uplift the community. Remember, Atomville FM and TV station is an NPC, a non-profit company. Now remember, Clinton and I don't get paid to be here. We do this from the goodness of our hearts. And we both very good at talking. Well, I think we're very good at talking.
I'd like to think so.
I think so. So we decided to do this whole stream. When we decided to do a project together, we realized we wanted to serve the community and do God's
we
work.
both have the same goals in mind.
So it's not only that we went to school together, the fact that we have the same goals in what we want to do with our futures or our lives right now, we want to give back. So we decided we're going to generate funds in order to do, our blanket drives, our feeding schemes, and I told you eventually when the monies are enough, we would create or build a development center to just better and uplift the community.
And I'd like to do a rehabilitation center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please do a proper decent one. I've seen the rehab centers.
No, it's not.
They're not pretty. You know what? When you're recovering from something, don't you want a little bit of green and plants around you? And let's see
That's
a
the-
water feature. Sorry, this is how I make my garden, guys. it's. I'm speaking from experience. I've helped a lot of recovering addicts. Let's call it that, right? And your surroundings are very important. Now being in
A good space, good environment.
yeah. Now when you're in a place of just concrete
Gloom.
and you under a schedule, I know how rehabs work, right? You're under a schedule, you are forced to be with people you don't know. Maybe you end up not even liking your neighbor that's next to you, and then it's even it makes your recovery even harder than it should be.
Yeah.
So we want to develop a proper development center. He wants to open a rehab center. Now, how you can help us do this? Well, I'm not trying to bore you. What I'm trying to share with you is that we solely survive of our advertising and of our sponsorships. Yeah. So how you can help us, if you don't want to just donate, okay, and if you want to help in any way, if you are a rich folk, you can feel free to drop us an email on mail@actonvillefm.co.za. There's the email address right there at the bottom right of the screen. But if you want to gain from us by also helping us, you can advertise. As you've seen the Nedbank advert on our show, you've seen Cortex Solutions advertise here. They are actually paying to, well, let's say like you allow minimum donations of 500 Rand with interviews and stuff like that. So you giving us your monies to advertise for your business. So you gain marketing while helping us uplift the community financially. So that's how it works.
And benefit is it's a non-profit, so it's tax exempt.
There you go.
Tax
Yeah. All right. So getting back to it, we are also about showcasing talent. Let's leave non-profit company out of this. Let's talk about talent. This is an entertainment show.
Okay.
All right. So before we get to it, we were talking about forbidden shows, forbidden places rather. So if you missed the show, please do click on the link and watch it back again and again and again and again. All right. So Simone says, you guys are actually together 4 years, honey. Oh, but you married 2 years. Is that what you mean?
No, we're together 13 years. That I know.
What?
Yeah.
You guys, and you still like the smell. Does he not annoy you anymore? You know, when people get older, they tend to. What they liked in the beginning is different many years later.
Yeah.
You still like his smell. I find that cute. She says 4 years. Simone says 4 years.
Oh, I thought we were going on 3.
Oh.
I thought we were going on 3. I don't know it was 4. Sorry.
Simone, men. That's fine, honey. Okay, so as we had to keep you entertained this morning, we're all about showcasing talent. Now use both go. Boo, 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 boo. All right. Now we are about uplifting the community and showcasing talent, baby. All right. So this morning, you guys know the song "Eyes" by Ed Sheeran, right?
I don't know it.
Okay. Let's check it out. I'm sure you guys know that song "Eyes" by Ed Sheeran. Today it's being performed by Moreland in USA. Check them out.
I know it's a bad idea, but how can I help myself? Been inside for most this year, and I thought a few drinks they might help. It's been a while, my dear, dealing with the cards I dealt. Start holding back these tears, well, my friends are somewhere else. I'm picture this year a little bit different. When it hit February, I slept in the bar, it hit me so hard. Oh, how can it be this heavy? And every song reminds me you're gone, and I feel a lump form in my throat, 'cause I'm here alone. So I'm dancing with my eyes closed, 'cause everywhere I look I still see you, and time is moving so slow, and I don't know what else that I can do, so I keep dancing. Eyes closed. I keep dancing with my delusion is here again. I think you'll come home soon. Work brings me right back in. Then it's only me that's in this room. I guess I just pretend. The colors are more than blue, but I lost more than my friend. I cannot be missing you. I pictured this year a little bit different when it hit February. I slept in the bar, it hit me so hard. Oh, how can it be this heavy? And every song reminds me you're gone, and I feel the lump form in my throat. Cause I'm here alone, so I'm dancing with my eyes closed. Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. And time is moving so slow, and I don't know what else that I can do. So I'll keep dancing. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. They're shutting the bar, they're cleaning the floor, and everyone else already home. But I'm on my own, so I'm dancing with my eyes closed. Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. Time is moving so slow, and I don't know what else that I can do. So I'll keep dancing. Eyes closed.
Yeah.
That was Moreland performing Ed Sheeran's Eyes. That was beautiful. And I like the way it was done. You know, there's no actual beat behind it, like the original track.
Yeah.
This one was beautiful. Yeah, well, yeah.
Great voice.
Shout out to Moreland all the way in the US of A. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So guys, if you feel you've got talent, don't forget to drop us an email on mail@atonfm.co.za. You'll see the contact details throughout the entire show at the bottom right of the screen. But hey, don't get away. We'll come back straight after this.
You can do anything. All you need is determination. And a fresh pair of these nallies. But what's the point of looking like NJ Game if all your money is on your feet and your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for a gram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, everybody. Yeah! Hey, if you just joined us, you're very late, huh? The advert says 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Better late than never, but long as it's there, we appreciate it.
No, I don't appreciate this.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I'm teasing. All right, if you just missed the show, you can click on the link and watch the show again later, over and over.
And over.
Again. All right, so today we spoke about forbidden places. I was waiting for Simone to come and tell us a story. It's forbidden in her mind and in her life and experiences. Have you ever had a place that was forbidden that you couldn't go to? Now, everybody knows the brand Coca-Cola, right?
Yes.
Internationally. International.
Yes. They know it.
Let's keep it overseas. Let's go overseas now. Okay, so tell us what about Coca-Cola.
Okay, I researched and I found out that the recipe for Coke is stored in a vault in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's heavily guarded, and
what's wrong?
The exact formulas are in a safe.
Yeah.
In a safe that's heavily guarded.
So nobody can actually steal it.
Nobody.
Don't say that. Don't tell me I can't do something. You know, I'm one of those people. The more you tell me I can't, just to prove a point.
Let's be rebellious and steal Coca-Cola formula.
How are we gonna go in? Simone, you're gonna help us plan this, right? Okay, so looking at Coca-Cola and how the ingredients actually changed over the years. I don't know if you noticed it has less gas, and they were forced to make no sugar Coca-Colas and even drop the sugar and cocaine.
Take out the Coke, yes.
There was cocaine in there. If you're wondering why you're so addicted now, you know. Yeah. So you cocaine addict. What you doing? He's playing innocent here. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs. Like, you know, I'm thinking, no, you do. You drink Coca-Cola.
I don't even do that. I have water on it.
Oh yeah, I offered him Coca-Cola the one day. He's like, no, I'll have water. I was like, no, there's cholera in there. No, but you know what I'm doing nowadays, guys? I don't know what you're doing at home, but I'm boiling water and keeping it in that 1.25 liters.
The glass bottle.
Yeah, because you know plastic after a while it gives off poison. You
Yes.
can only use it once or twice.
Yeah.
You can't keep reusing, and even if it does tell me reusable, I don't trust it.
There's such a bottle that's BPA free, that where you can refer back.
I still don't trust it. The thought of it in my head. Sorry, I have OCD.
You have to control the thought process. Then doesn't install that fear in you.
Hey, it's not a fear. It's just I can avoid it, so I just put it in the glass.
Prevention's better than cure.
Right?
Yeah,
Don't you
yeah.
believe that? Yeah. So okay. So since it's Wacky Wednesday, what are you doing after this? Besides visiting the baby, besides visiting Simone, what are you doing after this?
I'm not sure at all that, in all honesty.
Okay. So let's pretend Simone wasn't in your life. Baby wasn't in your life, and you're a 35-year-old man. What comes to mind? Let's leave money worries out of this. If you had a choice right now, what are you in the mood to do? What would you go and do?
Lend a helping hand, help the less fortunate, do something to help others.
Seriously?
It's my life.
You can't be that nice. Something wrong with
No,
you.
it's my life.
No, you're a nice person. I get that, but come on. Okay, activity-wise, if I had to tell you, hey, let's go bowling, would you go?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
That sounds
I
like
would
fun.
go
Though.
bowling. I would go
I
bowling.
can't remember. I love bowling, guys. I don't know when last I've been. When last have you been bowling?
It's been a long time.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Simone, let's go. We're going bowling.
Let's go to Emerald. Let's go to
You
Emerald.
like the one in Emerald? Emerald Casino.
The Emerald Casino, yeah.
And the one, I think is it Monty or is it?
Called
No.
Called
Empress
Monty.
Palace. There's one in Empress Palace. Did you see that one?
Yes.
I don't like that one because that's the one I lost it. So I'm gonna go back there just to conquer it, then I'll feel better.
I'm gonna go play bowling with you, and I'm take you and roll you up, and I'm throw you down.
Ah!
Small little boy.
Simone, you'll wait him, I know. Alright, we got Vinesh Pillai coming in on YouTube. He says, take it easy, guys. Great stuff. Have a great day. Keep it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you so
Have
much.
an awesome day as well, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Pillai. Thanks for joining the show. Now, we're going to do this every day, every single weekday. And if you want to join us live in the studio, and if you are living close by, drop me a WhatsApp on 074-660-5829. There's the number right there at the bottom right of the screen. Let me know if you want to just come hang out. Remember, this is a non-profit company. We don't get paid to do this. It's fine. Yeah, so...
We do it because we like it.
Yeah. We like you.
We like interacting with you.
Yeah. All right, don't forget... Today is Wednesday, so for those of you who are spiritual and into culture and learning about new cultures, tonight is the launch of the Journey Show. Okay? It's called Exploring Hinduism. Now, we're going to have a lady named Darshini Manikam by my side later this evening. Remember, guys, Clinton and Darshini are not professional presenters. That is why you're going to see my face everywhere. I hope it's okay. Hope you don't mind. It's just for guidance because I am a professional broadcaster, but this is our non-profit and I'm teaching them and growing them as presenters. So just bear with us.
Yeah. No, not judging me like he's supposed to do this here, but he did that. No.
Only God can
I'm
judge
going
me.
with it.
Only God can judge me. You got a tattoo that says God. Only God can judge me. What does it say? Does it say only God? Only God can judge me. That is so cool. I like that song. What is it? Tupac.
Tupac, man. Yeah.
Excuse my French, but I'm too cuck for Tupac. Alright, come to the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for tomorrow's show. Have a look at our credits. You got to give due to our producer, Andy Poonen.
Great job.
I'm going to ask him if he can put a picture of himself on there on TV because he's very shy, but he's brilliant at his job. Guys, the pretty things you see on the screen is all Andy.
We work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We in the forefront. But we give him all the credit.
We're the face. We're the face.
We wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for him.
True.
So thank you, Andy. Big up to you.
Big ups to Andy Poonen. He gives a thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's come to the time where we have to love and leave you. We might go bowling. Simone, we're coming to fetch you. Okay.
Yes, guys. Have a blessed day. Go out and be the best people that you can be for today.
From myself, Kimera Hiralal and Clinton Hiralall. Bye-bye.
Cheers.